So I picked up the rolling platform. I like my dolly, but the wheels, the add-on wheels, were causing me a lot of problems. They were always hanging up, or they'd come loose, or whatever. I did pick up another set of wheels for those, but I just want to give this a try and see how easy this is to get around like this. There's not a lot of weight in there. It's just my basic, a couple of my basic tools in here, and then I carry my sling bag with me, my Vito bag. I also have my shop vac and one of my ammo boxes, whatever you want to call it that. That goes on here too, so that this is higher. You know what I mean? I wanted to get the better workbench top for this. That way I had a flat top to work with, but I have to order it. I can't find one around here. So let's give this a shot for the day, because it's got bigger wheels on it. And I think that this might be a little easier to move around than that, because the elevator has a lip they have to go over to get in the elevator, and then each apartment has a marble, about a 3/4 inch lip that's for the threshold on each apartment. So I think that I should be able to like tip it and get it over and then push it in. This is a little bit smaller concept, so I'm gonna give this a shot. I'll let you know how it works out today. Definitely have to get something, probably my shop vac, and I'll load up a ammo box for miscellaneous tools. That way this will be up higher and I can put a topper on it. So cool beans. So far it's working out, man. I like its bigger wheels. So this little setup's not working out too bad, man. Not too bad at all. Top of the day to you. So I'm gonna go over this cart. So I had the wheels and my appliance dolly, Milwaukee appliance dolly, anyways. But the wheels were not working out. So I bought the 4-wheel dolly, and that is working great because I have really tight space to work with. It's easier with this to get in and out, but this has become cumbersome a little bit. I usually have my big orange hose on the shop vac, and it's always hanging off, and I've always got my DeWalt shop vac, my little guy. It's kind of like the Dust Devil. I use that a lot. So I bought a bunch of accessories for this, and I'm going to redo this. It's a great concept for what I'm doing because I'm in and out of an elevator all day. I got accessories for the for the rails, and I've got another one coming that actually goes across the front, or aka the back, so I can mount the crate on the back. So for right now, I'm going to go ahead and break all this down and show you all the new parts that I got to go on my cart.
Tell them who you are. If you're living in the movement, you want to praise God. This is how we do it.
So my milk crate has just got, it's just, I'm throwing tools in there, and I want to get away from this. And so we're going to set this aside for right now. This has nothing in it. Normally what I have here is my plumbing box, which has got my torch and stuff in it, but I don't need that on a daily basis, so this is just an empty box so that I can have my shop vac, because I use my shop vac daily. The ACs are little units on the wall or in front of the wall, and they didn't do PM, so our condensation lines are backing up, so I use this a lot. So we are going to use this. I think I'll use this for bulk tools, my SDS gun, my multi-cutter, but we'll organize that later. But for right now, I'm just going to take this off. And then in my drawers, I have my DeWalt Sawzall multi-tool. This is just a big bulk throw-in right now. The top one, I got this is working out okay. I have my HVAC gauges, my thermostats, because I have to read the temperature inbound and outbound on the coils. I'm hoping that corporate will let me do some videos on it, but anyways. So this is just some tools and basic tools. So I'm going to leave the 2-drawer on the bottom, and I'm going to put my 3-drawer on top of this, because I want to put my everyday hand tools in a drawer versus in my bag. You know what I mean? So I'm not carrying that around with me. So let's give it a shot real quick. I'll get the 2-drawer, we'll put it on there, and then we'll end up stripping all the tools out and go from there. Cool. So this is out of the van. This is my 3-drawer. This is what I've had in there forever. That's nice. So the multi-tool goes right there, and then my Sawzall goes right there. And this is where I was putting Sawzall blades. They kind of put them upside down, lay them in there. That's where they've been at. These are all good blades. There's another one in there. They're good metal blades. So these are my cutter wheels for my little saw. That's trash. And then my multi-tip blades, they go, let me figure out which way I cut that. That's a good scraper blade. Put it on there, remove caulk or anything you gotta scrape up. There's, it looks like a couple blades in there. That blade's shot. Yeah, it's gone. Throw that in the trash. What else we got? Then I got 2 of them. This one here's not as sharp. It's a rigid. Yeah, it's a rigid, and this is a Dremel. This Dremel's pretty good. It's got sharp sides on both sides. So we'll stick them in y'all. I think I'll turn them around this way. Might fit in there better. Let me get down there. Let me get it in there, bro. There we go. That way I've got a couple blades in here. The cutter blades don't want to stand in there. They don't shut. So I usually just leave them in there. These are good blades, these spotters. For scraping up something, just put them in Sawzall, scrape. So we just leave those laying. This was cut out for a Milwaukee quarter drive. I used to use it for dishwashers, raising and lowering dishwashers. So for right now, we'll just throw them in there. I don't think that'll fit in there. Yeah, it will, right there. So this one here has it drags, but it's been, I've had this one for years. So little resistance, not a big deal. There's another blade. And Milwaukee blades are okay. They're not the best. I'm not gonna throw anybody under the bridge for that. You know what I mean? Under the bus, bridge, boat, whatever you want to call it. That fits. Battery, put that on the charger. I carry a little whip snake with me for drains, but I don't use them much. Yeah, put this on the charger too. Like I said, it's 100 degrees outside, so that's why I'm in here doing it, not in the garage. I wanted to do it in the garage, but it's just way too hot. So anyways, yeah, this drawer here is just gonna be. I might end up doing something with this later. But for right now, it's just fine the way it is. We might do something where it's like this, sitting this way. But I got to figure out what I'd put in the middle. Next drawer, like I said, this is stuff out of the van. This is HVAC for the pulley. So this is all the bolts and stuff that you can use for pulling blower motors. I don't think I'm gonna need that. And then for the multi drill, I do have that, but I don't know if I need to carry this. I don't need to carry this stuff with me. I need to keep this setup light. I don't need it real heavy. So I'll probably get a pack out. They make the kits. They go in the half packs, the thick half packs that you can put all this stuff in. So for right now, we're just going to take it out. Sit it on the floor. We don't need this or this. Sanders for the multi-tool. I'll keep those in here because I can put a little divider in there. Some good blades, straight blades, straight scraper, or some Sawzall blades. Like I said, I don't need to be carrying every single freaking tool with me. I can tell you this much, these Milwaukee blades ain't worth a crap. You know, I have never had one cut properly. Yeah, so we'll end up putting these in the van. These are my little trim nails. Pin nails is what it is. SDS, I will be needing that. So, yeah. A couple fine bits. Keep that. It's not too bad. It's all bowed up. What's other than trash? That's a decent blade. So, cool. I'll put these blades down in the drawer. Right here. So, yeah, it's kind of getting compact right there, so I can just throw them in there. It's fine. SDS bit. I'll even throw that in there right now. It's cute, but you can only put so many blades in it. Whoop, whoop. I have all the dividers for all this stuff, but what? There's another one. Go on, bro. I'm growing blades, brother. That's a nice one. It's a Milwaukee. I don't have a preference on blades, but if you ever get in a really, really tight spot, geez, man, this one works really good. You can even put, I've done this before, like put a chuck bit, just regular bit, right in there. If you're in really, really tight spot, that right there will get it. It's barely sticking out there, but it will get it. You know, if you got a small screw or something like that. Getting it out's the fun part, because it's magneted. We'll probably just leave that in there for right now. Crackman. I've had this for a little while, just so I got bits with me, but for the most part, my Klein multi-bit, it takes care of all this. I don't never need this, so we'll set that little crack box out. I have yet to need a bin, so we might end up using this drawer here for bins. This is my nail from my Milwaukee nailers. I need some longer ones though. These are too short. These are 1.25 inches. I'd like to have some 2.5. I think that's the max you can shoot with that nail gun. So we'll take these out for right now. Take these out. Like I said, these Milwaukee blades, I think they're junk, man. 18 tooth. That's a 14 tooth and 14 tooth. Yeah, I've yet to have one of these blades cut something decent, but just for the giggles, we'll put it back in. We'll put them in there. PVC cutter or something. I don't know. All of this is my plumbing. That's rope. Sander, some sand pads. I'll probably leave these in here. What grit is that? That's 150 grit. That's all 150 grit. So that's good for like sanding, finishing sanding. I'll leave this stuff in here. Maybe not this. I don't need this in there. That's a DeWalt pouch or a clip. So I'll put this on one of my tools. So this is a drill attachment. Got little sandy pads with a screw on the back. It's good, you know, if you need to sand some metal down or something like that. That's what that's good for. This is the same thing. It's just a smaller version. You can get the little one. Anyways, this is knob puller. I might be needing that someday, so I'm gonna leave that in here. These are wrench puller. Yeah, I don't need that in there. It's a stem puller. What's this for? It's a router, but I never tighten up a router that tight, so we'll take this out for right now. This is good if you got this is packing rope. This is packing rope you use if you've got a shut-off valve or something, a valve, and it's leaking around the pack out or around the stem. You take the knob off and then take the cap off and put this inside around the shaft. Put your packing nut back down and then put your knob back on, and most of the time this works really good. So I'm gonna keep that in here. Plumber's putty, of course. This is multi-bits. I think I'll leave this in here. I'm just not gonna leave it up. Well, I guess I could leave it up here. It'd be all right. And these are shark bite puller. I don't need this right now. Where I'm at, we don't have any shark bites. And we got blades, cut-off wheels for what brand? Replacing cut-off tube cutters. It doesn't say which one it is. It's probably just a regular pipe cutter, because if you've got to get it for the 12 volt electric or the 12 volt battery cutter, it's a different blade. So I'll leave them in there just in case. I don't really need them, but we'll leave them there. Cool. Let's see if that'll shut with that. Yep, that will. We can just leave that right there where it is. Cool. So we pretty much haven't gone through anything yet. I want to get the dividers for this. I want like cutting wheels, cutters, and stuff like that in one. I want to be able to have this stuff separate. This attachment for shop back hose. I got to get the end out of the van, but it goes on shop back, and you can suck condensations clean or blow them out. But I have a trick coming for that tomorrow, and I'm going to try and hope it works. So, plumber's putty, we'll put that, or pipe dope, I mean, we'll put that up here. Looks like I got my earbuds, and that's the gas leak detector, pipe cutter. So my whole point is, I got all kinds of little stuff down in there. My whole point is I want to set this up here. So I like to set this first drawer up for my hand tools. What's in my little bag. I'm kind of iffy on that right this second, because if I get a service call, I can run in with the bag versus having to get this out. But if it's, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to eliminate or get down to just carrying my bag, and not have to move this as much. So if I got an on-call, I can go out with the bag and pretty well do it. So we'll set this stuff up there for right now. Another battery. Because this came out of my bag. I use these almost daily. Yeah. What's in the bottom? Nothing's in the bottom. Just some gloves. There's another blade. That's a good blade right there. It don't look it, but it is a good blade. So for the most part of my new job, all I've got to deal with is backed up condensation lines. It's really simple stuff, man. We've had a couple tile issues where, we're going to have to redo the walls and stuff, but that's nothing major. It just time, you know what I mean? Time management is my issue right now, so yeah, I think we're good. Yep. I'm going to get some of my dividers and see if I can't set this one up. What is that one? Oh. Yeah. I just want another divider in here. I might move this stuff to this drawer, So my top is empty. Yeah, that'll work. I don't need that in there. Take that out. Take sandpaper and blades out. This is for my pen nailer. I'll take that out. Sit on the desk right now. Yeah. So that's not too bad. So the top drawer is empty. And we can put my hand tools in here. Out of my bag. Maybe. There's another SDS bit. What did I do with that? Oh, right there. HVAC. Pair of cutters. I don't even know what I used that for the other day. Set them right there for now. Wire strippers. I could put it right there. I just put these bits in here for now. Get them out of my hand. This is not mine. This is my co-worker's. It was, I forget where it was. Laying somewhere in the shop, and I grabbed it. We have these little valve controls on the gas lines, and they go bad, and you got to replace the whole valve. So it was laying in the shop, and I just grabbed this real quick. It's not bad. That's really lightweight. I'd like to have two of these. Looks like it says Hyper Tough. I don't know. I know Harbor Freight's got some aluminum ones, and they are like weigh nothing. This got a little weight to the end. That's about it. But I gotta put that back in the shop. Don't belong to me. I use this on my daily for the mailboxes. They have the old jewelry box locks on the boxes, and we started replacing those with the ones where you can actually replace the key. So you have to make the hole bigger. I've been using that daily. Anyways, so let's pop the stuff on top and see what we got. But get the freaking tag off of it. Hardware inside. Well, it's got the hardware underneath this. Bolt hardware. Mount it. It comes with the hardware to mount the top. So if you mess the first side up, flip it over and do the other side. It's all right. It does lock onto the two. It does give me a little bit of a handle to work with because I can tilt it to get it in the elevator, out of the elevator. I wish I had a better grab for it there. But I reach down and I grab the sides more than anything. I want to keep it as light as I can. Right now it's not too bad, but I'm on carpet, so it's a rolling workbench for me, because at where I'm at working, it's almost all of the flooring is flat. It's flat vinyl, wood, whatever. A couple of the units have got carpets in them, usually carpet in the bedroom. But, the only time I need to get that to the bedroom is if I got a backed up coil. So I don't need to pack all this, you know. So yeah. So anyways, yeah, that's basically the start of it. It's a little tall, you know. So we'll definitely give this a shot. It's not too hard to get it in and out of the building. I have a service elevator that goes up the back, but in order to get there, I have to go down to the boiler room, which that means I have to carry it down. So it gets a little cumbersome. I can roll it around the building. That's not a big deal. Not a big deal. For the most part, this is like the first time I bring it home. It's been in the shop for 2 weeks now, so I just leave it there, you know. It's just me and my coworker, so I don't have to worry about it. So I've got all the tools in the crate that have got to go in this. It's a lot of Milwaukee stuff. So that's full. This is full. This is not full. So I'm going to put Milwaukee's on the bottom. A lot of stuff I don't need, but I like using this drill. I like using that. So I'm going to put that in there. Impact. I don't need that one in there. This is those tips. That's what this is. You just pull out and the head comes off. So turn around. I took it to work one day and thought I'd use it. Ended up not using it. What I've been using more than anything has been this one. This is the new subcompact. It works pretty good for mixing drywall mud and running that big bit. Now this is nice if I've got to bang a door on. So we will definitely keep those. This is drills. I don't need the drills in there. So there's another battery. There's another battery. I use this a lot. It's a little kid sand tray bucket for getting underneath the sinks, because the P-traps are like really freaking stupid low. They're like 2 inches from the bottom of the cabinet. And then under water line, replace anything. I use this all the time. Well, somewhat all the time. Somewhat. So this is normally what we use for blowing out condensation lines, because it's just a little line. It's about that long. Drops down, goes to the right. That's it. But this is a 16 ounce, and I don't have any fluids for this. So we've been using the 20 ounce, but you only get like 2 sprays out of it, 3 sprays and you're done. That's what I got coming tomorrow, is a ideal replacement for this. You'll see when it comes in. Woohoo, I didn't know that. Anyways. I use my little jump pack. It goes on the M12. I use this all the time. You can put a bigger battery in it. That's going to try going. I carry the 2 cords around with me. Carry 2 cords so I can charge up my headlamp and my flashlight at lunch, because I use it every freaking day. I mean, it's ridiculous how much I burn through batteries on this building. It's interesting there. I like it a lot. Another batteries, some more batteries, and my pry bar. So now I've gotten rid of everything out of the cart or the basket. These are drill bits. Go back in the bin. I do use these microfibers a lot. I have a big one. I think it's like 2 foot by, I don't know, 20 inches, something like that. It's pretty big for soaking up water on the floor, stuff like that, where these condensation lines are leaking. But I got some hooks to go on the sides. I just noticed a problem. I bought some hooks for the sides, but I need it up higher. Not this. This is too low. or this is too high. So I'm gonna move it down and put this on top. I'll show you the reason why. Because I bought a bunch of accessory bins and some side mount clamps. They clamp to the railing on the sides. No problem right there. And then you can mount your baskets and stuff like that on the side. So I wanted something up here, and I've got a whole bunch of other stuff I'll show you real quick. So the railing goes right there, and then I can mount this down here and lock it on. Now I've got a side basket, you know, so if I do have a wet rag, you know, throw it in there. Or I got a bunch of keys, I can throw it in there. Something in here. I've got a whole bunch of these accessories. This is a cup holder for the other bin. I'll show you that. But the cool part about it is I can raise this up. You know, I can raise it up there, put it up there if I want to. Take the topper. Now I've got a workbench or a lean bench, coffee bench, whatever you want to call it. I've got a nice smooth topper to this. Also, you're not supposed to. So if I need to get up on a light, because the ceiling is only 8 foot, I only need like a foot, maybe a foot and a quarter or something like that. Something just enough that I can get up there. I can take this whole top off, sit it on the floor, bam. I got me something to stand on. Don't do it. I didn't tell you to do it. I'm just saying that's what I can do. You know what I'm saying? So let's get a couple of these other things out, and I'll show you real quick. Got all these accessories. A hanger. So I can put this on the side. I already put I bought 4 of those side mounts. One down there, one on each corner, basically. It was just easier to just go ahead and order. Anyway, so I can throw towels on this too if I want to. I could also prop a ladder on here to take it to an apartment if I needed to for some reason. But these, I like that. I like that. That's pretty cool. I can also, my Milwaukee, DeWalt Sawback, I can hang it on there too. Because I towed it around with me all the time. There's little single poles. I think the single pole pops out of the way. Or maybe not. So if I need to, or if I want to, I can just go single. I can hang a single on there if I want to. I just bought it, the worst case, so I don't need it, and I can send it back, you know. What else? So we got, this is a tray. This works differently than this stuff. I also bought, it's a tray or a drop-in, plus it's got the railing on the front. Of course, this is just a shop vac bag or filter for water. And then that's the triple hook. I don't know if I'm gonna use this or not, but we'll pop it on there and see how it works out. Maybe it'll work, maybe not. Like I said, I just ordered some stuff. If I don't like it, I can always take it back to the store, so it's not a big deal. Not gonna ruin my day, you know. So this stuff here, though, this pops on. I'll show you real quick. I want that one out first. So this is a tray with a hanger on the front. It comes with little clips. And the clips go on the same way that this goes on. So I don't think I can get this on here because of how it mounts. So I have to take this one off. Knowing me and knowing how I work, I will probably put that on the left side. Yeah, probably. Probably put it on the left side. No, I already got something over there. So, yep. Like I said, the only bad thing about this is that I'm getting kind of high, you know, which is fine. It's not heavy. I'm on carpet, so it's hard to roll, but it's not heavy. It's not cumbersome. This right here is just going to be a quick drop stuff in, and I can hang a drill on it if I want. So let's put this on here. I'll have to take this back off, which is not a big deal. It's all trial and error on this stuff. I ordered it off of Amazon. It's a mount. It's kind of like this, but it's aluminum, and it's built to go on the back of a pack out. So I can actually hang my milk crate off of the back if I want to. Why is that not going on? Come on, babies. It's pinched behind there. Come on. Get it off. There it goes. Cool. That's out of the way. So this is the new stuff that Milwaukee just came out with. It's the same concept. It's got yeah, I just lost a screw. Did I? Oh no, it's right here. Whatever. It's the same concept as what I just took off, except these are independent. So you can, it just pop, the trays just click into place. Let me get the trays on real quick. Yeah, I think this stuff's pretty cool, man. And I don't have to put it up high. If I want to, I can put it down low. You know what I mean? So actually, I could put this, let's pop this out of the box real quick. If I wanted to put both of them on the same side, I can. Or if I wanted to put the rag holder on top of it, I can. This is, it's just a tray. Two separate tray, that's all it is. But I can actually put that one, say the rail clicks on there like that. I can put that on top of this if I want to. Get my screwdriver up here. I think I can. That way I've got, for keys, because I have to carry a lot of keys, and each apartment is a different key. There's no masters on this property. So in order to go in an apartment, you got to get a key. It's pretty cool. Let's see. That comes up. Let's just give it a shot, man. See how it works. See if it even clicks on there. See if they two of them will clip on there or not. Just tighten it up slightly. And then, like I said, this just, bam, clicks right on there. So if I need it off, just push the little tabs down, bam, it's right off. So let's see if I'm gonna be able to get this on top of it. If I can, that'd be cool. That'd be a cool little idea. As soon as I find my clips, oh, they're right here. Yeah, that's the reason why I'm doing this in the house and not in the garage, because it's freaking nasty hot out today. I think it's it don't matter, man. That number don't mean nothing when you're outside. It's just nasty hot. So. Where's my screws? Do you have my screws? So like it when I do the mailbox locks, you know, I've got to set everything down. So I think this is going to be really cool, man. Once I get all this stuff set up on this. Plus, it's real easy to transport. It's actually easier doing it this way than it is using my big dolly. Because the big dolly, I had to have them faux wheels in the front. And I was constantly having problems getting it to move around. And it was heavy. It got real heavy real quick. This one here is not too bad. Going in and out of the elevator too, it kind of bites. And we've got dollies there, you know, 2-wheel dollies. So I don't need my Milwaukee there. We've got all kinds of flat carts and stuff. I found a couple carts the other day that would have been cool, but I'd already bought this stuff. I need to move them down just a hair. Just a hair. How about this? We loosen them up, click it, move it up. I think it needs to be down at least ½ inch. Move down about ½ inch. Ooh, that's sick, bro. That's sick. Let's see if I can move back up. Just a hair. Just a hair. Yeah, I gotta have it up just a hair. There's about as tight as it's gonna get, because otherwise I can't get my fingers in there to unlock it. Cool. We'll run with it that way. Just a hair down. There we go. That's pretty. I like that, buddy. That's pretty to set up. Goof, bro. So, I spin around there so you can see what's up. Get this stuff out of the way. So this is how it looks now. Let me get that out of the way. So now I've got a catch for a drill, whatever. Let me see if I got some here. I don't own any tools, bro. I don't own any tools. Oh, here we go. There's a measuring tape. Bam. Right on there. I've got a drill in my hand. I can set it in there. A pair of pliers. I can set it in there. Down here would be perfect for key bend. You know what I mean? I can throw keys in here, loose chain, or just whatever. Loose screwdrivers, screws, whatever I can throw in here. I did buy the coffee cup holder. It's here somewhere. Let me see what I did with it. I did buy the coffee pot holder. I might not put this one up on that side. Here it is. Here's the coffee pot holder, coffee cup holder. You're supposed to screw it into this second bin. You're supposed to screw it right here. And I drink a lot of coffee at work, so I might have flipped this over, put this on top. You know what I mean? Oh, woe was freaking me. Woe was freaking me. If that wasn't just hard. So yeah, now I can take and put my coffee cup holder right there because I got the topper on it. If I want to click my coffee, and I drink some coffee at work now. It used to not be that way. I drink what I had on into work, and then it is what it is. But I have my coffee cup with me all the time. But what I also do is midday is I dump my coffee cup up and I fill it in with goat juice or something. But yeah, this is just a cup holder. So that'll fit right there nicely. Quite nicely. It's not too bad. Like I said, I wish I could have done this in the garage, man, but it's just nasty hot outside. Let's see if I've got a drill on me. Now I gotta remember where I'm putting stuff. And my drill's at the bottom. Oh, that's a problem. Yep. But I got no bits, do I? Yep. I got a bit here. Get that out. See, that's a regular head. This should work just fine. We'll pop a battery in it. I don't mind this one. It's not too bad, but I still can't take outlet covers off and stuff with it. It's too fast, man. Too fast. So this has 3 little holes in the bottom. And it's already pre-dented for these screws. So you just have to sit there, sit it on there, let it go. Send it, bro. I don't think I have my coffee cup in here. I think it's out in the van. This is that subcompact. It's not a bad drill. I use it for drilling out the locks and stuff. What else? I used it for something yesterday, but it's not a bad drill. I like it, ish. But and also hang it right there. Ain't that cool? Ain't that kind of cool? Yeah. Yup. I haven't used my DeWalt for a bit, a couple weeks or so. Let's put that bit back in there. So yep. Good times, man. Let's throw it in there. We're good to go. I can take battery. I'm not buying a multi-pack battery kit, or the battery mounts. You know, where you have like the 3 batteries on it. I just keep them in the drawer. I didn't want to have my batteries exposed like that, so I like that. I bought this hook. It's for hanging stuff. That's basically all it is just hanging stuff. But I'm kind of digging this, you know. I'm kind of digging that. And put it down here. I wish the basket would mount on that. I don't know. Let's see. I doubt it. But you never know. Nope. It probably, no, it will not. Because they made these holes. This is too far apart. Anyway, that's alright. I got a fix for that coming. So if I want to sit it right there, I think that'd be alright. That hook, that triple hook, that triple hook, I could leave this down there and put the triple hook here for hanging tools off of. Now where I could put this back on, well, I could tell. Oh, wait a minute, I took this off. Yeah. What do you know? I don't know. I wonder if I could get that triple hook right underneath there. You know? And like I said, I need a place to hang rags to let them air dry. Because if they're in a bucket or a basket, they're gonna get nasty, you know. So, got a basket, got hooks. Yeah, it's a single hook here. Single hook. I like those. I like these click-ons. I think those are cool. Those, it's all right. Well, let's see what we can break now. Like I said, I don't want to get too crazy with it. And the reason why is because if I've got to take this off, if I've got to pop this off, I've got to take this off. I got to click it off because it'll hit the ground. So, well, got my this. I use this all the time. It's real quick. Y'all like it, and it doesn't dump. It's got a filter there. I use this for cleaning up the fragments from when I do the mailbox locks. I can suck inside the mailbox. It's pretty nice. It works really good. It's a 24 volt or 20 volt, but I can hang it anywhere really. I'll just hang it in the back. That way it's out of my way. I did put that the three hook on here. I can actually just hang it right there too. It doesn't matter which way it goes. It'll hang there. I can hang rags on that too. I took that rail off and put this on there. I like that. It's pretty cool. You can also, they're kind of stiff, but that's fine. You can pull these up, spin it over out of the way, so I can hang a ladder on this. The little shorty ladders that we use at work, they got a bar on the back. They're pretty cool. But I can hang it on there if I want to, you know. So yeah, I like this one better than the little hooker, like this one. I got this up there, so I think that'll work all right. That might end up getting in the way. You know, I wish. I'm thinking about switching this. Thinking about it. Yeah, because this is empty. There's nothing in there, but I can put in like I can put in my 12-volt circular saw, my SDS drill, all kinds of tools. I don't need to carry it with me. You know, all that stuff stays in the van. I bring it in when I need it, but for the most part, this is it. This is my rig. Even some of this stuff can come out of here. I don't need it. Sanders. Yeah, the sander. I think the sander's going to come in handy. This one right here. I'll probably get the rougher pads, which are right here. The reason why is because our doors drag. They're big steel doors. I keep my disconnect on there. Yeah. Some plumber's putty. I like laying it on its side, believe it or not, because it'll run to the side, and then you can get it easier with the brush that's in there. So it's just one of those little silly hacks. Yeah. So my bag. Let's talk about my bag. Yeah. Where we gonna put my bag at? This is my Vito bag. I carry this with me every single day. I was doing a bunch of service calls this morning, emergency calls, and because we have leaks, it's like chasing a ghost. You don't know where the leak's at, so you're constantly looking for water. So this thermal gun, I use this almost every freaking day. I can take it in there, turn it on, and I can see the water under the flooring. It has been a miracle because you don't know where the water's coming from. So you can use that, and you can look at the you can look at the floor and see the water between the boards. It's really cool. I'll have to get a little sneak peek of one of those. So I can, if the water is like on the living room floor, I can look at the floor and see where it's coming from in between the planks. It'll read the coolness of the water. I just did one today, and she had extra water puddled underneath her TV. She got plank flooring. It's that, what do they call that? It's not really wood. It's water resistant, all kinds. Anyways, I could see on the floor that it was coming from under the couch, and then I walked around the side of the couch, and I could see a little dampness there. So I went to the apartment next door, and the AC on basically that's a divider wall. On this wall, the AC was backed up. So I cleaned the gutter out and sopped up the water and stuff, and it was good to go. But that right there has been a lifesaver. So that's definitely got to be a carry-on tool. Let's see if I can figure out how to get this in there. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so the Vito bag's got to be with me all the time. So let's see what we can do with the Vito and the drill. Shot back here. See if we turn it around. Drop this back down. And I should be able to hang this on here. No problem. And it's up out of the way. So, yep, that's not getting too heavy. So, that'll work just fine. Those bins are too small to take the WD-40 bottle, but they will take a little bottle. The little trays here, I can put the little bottles of WD-40 in there if I wanted to. So yeah, that'll work. That'll work just fine. Yep. Yep. That'll work, bro. I don't know what I'll use those bins for. I was going to get just the rail. You can get it for it's just the rail. But instead for a couple more bucks, I got it with the bin. I don't know what I'll use the bins for. I probably could put some plumber's putty in there. Yeah, bet I can. But that plumber's putty fit right in there. Yep. And I bet my mini charger. Wow, right in there, man. That's perfect. So I can set it there, and I can set my flashlights in here while they're charging. You know, that's just too sweet, man. Too sweet. So I can also just take this off, throw it in there, and put that there. I don't have to have this one. I like this whole concept, man. But I hate how loud the squeaky noise it puts off. Let's put a big battery in there. Hear it? That's just too crazy, man. I do like this drill though, because you can put multiple bits here. Yep. They hang right there. I like that. That worked out fine. It just takes a regular 20 volt. Yeah, this works out all right. This will work out all right. Yeah, the bag hanging down. The only reason why I'll do this instead of taking these tools and put them in these drawers is because if it's like, say for instance, just an outlet, I gotta replace an outlet, I can just take the bag. Or, you know, it's an emergency call. It's something small. I know it's going to be something easy peasy. You know, I can just take that. I don't have to take the whole shooting shebang. I like being able to bring my tools home, my hand tools. I can leave this stuff here at work because I have multiple tools. So it's not like I'm going to be without a tool. The cutter's in there. Yeah. The drill. That's an impact. It's a regular drill. I could use this. I could use this here instead of this long one, you know. I just wanted to use this, you know. But the problem is that the torque setting is not right. You know, it doesn't. You'll bust it. You'll bust an outlet cover trying to use the torque setting. You know. But I like the surface. I like how it works. It's cool. For nothing else, it's just cool. I like it. Yep, so I have it if I want it. I have to have this one for the multi-bit. I actually don't. Yeah, I do. I have to have that one for the multi-bit. Yeah. And then my mini. I got my mini. So I'm going to put a couple of bends or dividers in here so that the stuff's not rolling around all over the place. Cool. I'll get those out of the truck. I'm pretty sure I took them out of the truck already. But anyways, so far this is working out. This topper here, this is cool. I wish I had like a lip on it so you could set stuff on there and it wouldn't roll off, but I think this is going to be just fine, man. This is pretty cool setup. I like this a lot. Especially I can put my coffee cup right there. I don't condone smoking whatsoever. But I saw this on that ET whatever. It's a cigarette case. You can take the center out for longer cigarettes, whatever. It's got a little magnet there. Stick right there. Or it's got the clip on it. So if you wanted to, you just clip it on. Hey, I'm gonna go smoke break. I do not condone smoking. I have gotten better though. My last job I quit smoking, and then I vaped a little bit just to keep the nicotine in my system. But this new job, you can smoke for this company, but I prefer not to because I got used to not smoking at work. So yeah, I have pretty well quit smoking, but I still puff every once in a while. I don't condone or recommend, but I thought that was cute. I just thought it was cute. I bought it just for because it's cute. But yeah, like I said, I don't smoke at work. Anyways, lock her down. Yeah, the tools won't go anywhere. So my shop vac cord's a hose is going. It's around here somewhere. It'll go around here. So the cool part about it is if I need to suck some water up, I can do it this way, or I can spin it around and insert the connection here, and now it becomes a blower. So I can blow out the condensation lines. So this is not too bad. It's not too bulky. I think it'll work just fine. And most of the time, getting out of the elevator, it's not too cumbersome. Going to the apartments are because it has a marble lip, marble threshold. So I haven't had any problems yet getting this in and out. You just have to either pick up on it or tip it back and roll in. Because if I'm in an apartment doing work, I just take it in with me. My coworker, he leaves his cart. He's just got a regular plastic cart, and he leaves his out in the hallway. This is red and black, bro. You know what I'm saying? This stuff will walk off. But I'm gonna buy some air tags and drop in here. Probably stick them underneath. That way, if someone decides that they're going to be cute and run off I can still find them. You know what I mean? I don't know how well it would work in a multi-layer building, but give it a shot. Anyways, I like this. This is a good concept. If you got any comments, man, let me know what you think. I could even take this one here back off. Get it off there. I just locked it, my bad. Take this off. I can put it over here. You know, that way all my bulk stuff's over here, my tool bag's over there by itself. Yeah, I think that'll work just fine. You know, I like that. It gives me it gets it off my shoulder, because I will scrape it across and carry this with me most of the day. But yeah, I like that, man. That's pretty cool. Plus, I can leave it hanging here if I want. Open it up. There's all my little tools, my hand tools. Cool. I like this, man. This good setup. I like that a lot. So it's on to the next adventure with this, and I will let you know in a couple of days how this is working out. I'll probably end up buying me some little cans because I like the minis. I don't use this for much of anything, but the window locks. What else? There's a couple small, the door knob or the door locks for the building. I lubed them up the other day. They were really stiff. But yeah, I kind of like this, man, because I can use that for throwing trash in. You know, if I got some, I just throw it in there. But when that other accessory comes in, it looks just like one of these black ones, one of these big crates on the side, but it goes on the back. So I'll be able to put that here and click on the milk crate on the back if I want to. But I think that one might end up being too wide. So, but we'll give it a shot and see what happens. You know, worst case, man, I can take the milk crate, set it up on top of this, but then my topper's way up here. You know what I mean? That'd be a little silly. But you never know. I might do that. Let me see how tall that would be real quick. Take a second, pop it off. Yep. Yeah. Bap. 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 So now I got my trash box. Or parts bin, whatever you want to call it. I wish they made one for like a handle, you know? Remember the handle, buddy? That'd be the bomb right there. I mean, they got grips on the side, but that's not too hateful. Well, right there. There he goes. Got a handle right there. So, if I need to tip it in. Oh! Ooh, they got my shin. Ooh, they got my shin. Flip it around this way. So, if I need to go, bam, in the doorway, I got it right in the doorway. So, I think that's a little too tall, but we'll see how it works out. Because right now it's just carrying trash. But you never know with me. Let me get these batteries. I gotta put these batteries on charge. I gotta do this wall too. I might do that today. Mount my batteries up. Batteries on. Put the Omni wall up here. I might do that today. There it goes. Cool. Like I said, this stuff doesn't have to be on the side. You know, it doesn't even have to be there. I can put these in the drawers. On the bottom. I can put them right there on the drawer. I can't do that with this, of course. But I can do this. Put it in top. Drop it in there. Yep. And that gets that out of the way. Now it's all we got that bin. You know, do I need that bin? I can take it off if I want to. You know, keep from cracking my freaking shin again. Dang, that hurt. I can also put it on the other side, you know. But at least it gives me options. I got plenty of options. I can leave that on there, you know. That bottom is stiff. I can leave that on there. Yep, this works all right. This works all right. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm going to use that bin for now. If I go with keep this on there, it needs to be clean. It's bad, dirty. Yeah. I think that might be a little too much. Let me know what you think in the comments, bro. And we'll go from there. I like this, man. This is my own traveling toolbox. You know, for work. I like this. I don't know. I do definitely want to keep this separate. You know, so I don't have to take all this with me. I've gotten used to this bag. This bag is the bomb. It's also got that hook. That hook I've used often. Often hooking it on something. That way it's out of my way. Cool. Let me know what you think, man. Let me know what you think. I do like to. I put buying that dolly, a 4-wheel dolly, off forever, because it was $100. But let me know what you think. Looking for something. Yeah, I can clear this up and put batteries in here if I wanted to. Yep, probably will. Yep, I can move this stuff back up here, and I can use this for batteries if I want. Let me know what you think. Peace out, brother. We'll see you soon, man.